Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. I'm still buying silver. Let's explore. That's right, still am buying. Although, as you know, as you're familiar with my channel, for the last 3.5 years or so, I have been focusing more on gold, and that continues to be my strategy. But that does not mean I'm necessarily stopped buying silver. But as you can see before you here, the silver holdings that I am accumulating are typically just pieces of interest, something that I kind of find interesting or fascinating or historic. Some may be had for a decent price. Others, maybe not so much. For instance, this Wiz 1925 quarter, I bought this the other day, and if it wasn't cleaned, it would probably be worth a whole lot more. But it's probably worth about $8, which is what I paid for it. And but nonetheless, actually, I think I got a little bit less than that. But it's just kind of a neat coin. You can see enough of the details, and I think it's kind of worth it. Other than that, you can find some very interesting pieces out there at your local coin shop, which is where I purchased some of these kind of unique and interesting pieces here. And some of them I'm going to probably film videos on separately, but it's fun and exciting to get some interesting silver. And you can find it at a decent price above spot, and that is what I've done for some of these, and have maybe a kind of odd silver content, which I typically don't do unless something is just quite intriguing. But if they're usually under 90%, I try to avoid it unless there's just some intriguing aspect or look or beauty to a coin. Same thing with odd weights. And sometimes some of these Franklin Mint pieces, they've got, an interesting, odd, strange weight to it. This piece here has a flip is 27 grams. So it's very odd, very strange weight to it. Nonetheless, you can find good deals at your local coin shop. For pieces such as this, that were selling for quite a premium when they first came out, these little Geiger bars, 5-grammer. These particular pieces here, this I got for a nominal price above spot, basically sold kind of as just a regular old bullion, and even though this sells for quite a bit of a premium when you could buy it from a online bullion dealer out there. You don't see these things anymore. So whenever I see stuff like this, or just something that catches my eye at the local coin shop, hey, I'll pick it up. And also some very unique pieces that I may have never have seen before. And again, some of these I'll probably do separate videos on. But nonetheless, something like this, which is premium silver, and this particular year, 2010, for the koala, I think is one of the key years. And given where premiums are these days, my local coin shop was selling this to me for a lot less than what an eagle was selling for. In fact, I got paid $34 for this particular coin. So I was very pleased to be able to get a great deal on a premium koala here. So very excited. So things like that, if there is a deal to be had at the local coin shop for something like this, I may go ahead and splurge and grab some interesting pieces here. But, this is typically not stacking silver, although this is 90%, which is this actually piece was created by the U.S. Mint, and this is the same specifications as a $50. And these typically sell for a premium, but this was sold to me at what's known as junk silver prices, a constitutional silver. Really good deals I got on these pieces, and this, remarkably enough, does have the fineness on it, 0.900. So that's very nice that some of these Latin American pieces do have the fineness, and many times the weight as well, the grains and the like on them. So take advantage of that when it's there, for sure. But nonetheless, that's what it's about, and that's the beauty of silver, is you can find it. even with some of the premiums, if you shop around, usually these deals can be had at your local coin shop for the lesser demand pieces. But keep in mind when you do that, you've got to really be on the lookout and understand that these are going to be pieces that are not as commonly traded. So therefore, if you're paying less for them, that means if you resell them, you're not going to get as much for them either. So just keep that in mind as you peruse out there when you try to find pieces you're interested in. But probably the best measure would be to try to be on the lookout for the constitutional silver. That's probably the most recognized to find. Quarters, dimes, nickels of just regular quality, not necessarily pristine or uncirculated and the like. But although you can find some of these Washington quarters in very good condition, in fact, there's usually sometimes these proof silver quarters are selling for constitutional regular junk silver prices. And so that's being on the lookout for those too, because you're getting the full weight of the silver for these. And if you buy them from 2019 onward, sometimes you can find those at good deals at your local coin shop. Those are 3/9 fine silver. But largely, the old constitutional silver from 1964 or earlier, some local coin shops are selling them for a lower premium than you would find for regular eagles and other bullion products that are out there. But there are cases where you can find bullion coins, and you can find them at a decent price above spot. And just be on the lookout. Here is actually some more silver that I bought. And other coins I'll show you that are much less. This has 10% silver in it, so these coins here are definitely kind of hard to liquidate. Would be very hard to liquidate. You can just tell there's not a whole lot of silver. That's a very debased piece of silver there. A lot of people wouldn't know what to do with that, but I got this for very, very cheap and got it for well under spot. Here is another silver coin. I think not sure what the content, that might be 80% or 90% silver here from Palestine. There's another piece here from Palestine, silver. And so you never know what you might run into at a decent price if you shop around and look around. But liquidity is a problem for some of those pieces. So that's something to consider if you are on the lookout when you're looking for borrowing. The same thing with war nickels and 40% halves. When you look for those types of things, they typically do not get you very far in terms of reselling, and people, some places, some local coin shops won't even take that stuff. Here's another thing I got that I paid a little bit more for, but these little 1 gram Valcambi bars are kind of cute. I would never encourage you to buy such small fractional pieces like this, but this is one of those where the prices weren't too shabby on them. When I bought it in a group with other things, I think I may have paid a little over $1 or something for these. But, just kind of something cute to have. But, it's just, it all works itself out in the end. A little bit of silver to keep the excitement of collecting going, but also the little bit of preservation of wealth there and diversification for adding to your stack in a way such as this. When I do this, it's not really much of a strategy in accumulating, as you can see. It's just pieces that kind of interest me, and if I can find somewhat of a good deal. I think the best deal I got in this bunch was this coin here. With the high premiums at $34, you can barely find generic for that price these days. So I was very fortunate. Others, even so, probably pay a little bit more higher than those 1 gram pieces. But nonetheless, there you go. Fascinating. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think I probably paid $2.50 for those now that I think about it. But nonetheless, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about buying silver. When you're focusing on gold, you can spread out a little bit and get a couple pieces from time to time. This is probably, a couple of months of accumulation. Just little pieces I got here and there. Let me know. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.